Here we go, here we go. 90, Wolf. Now.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go on, go on. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Tomlinson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
On the double. X3, 218, chop. Here we go. You got tight. You got tight right there. What? He's driven.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And some room to work. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and
2.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Topper! Hey, Echo! Get it!
This is Tomlinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Check 4. 6-6. Pull it high.
From the gun, Bradshaw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down, Bradshaw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
So we got man. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Leo. Get ready.
They'll run with Taylor. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Colts nothing.
Set. Nola. Number 53. Mike 53. You got nothing.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Colts take over first. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 2. Complete to Newsome. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Bravo! Snap!
Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They'll run for it. It's Tomlinson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Bradshaw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Go!
Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all
Johnson on its poke 3. Football's out. And the Colts pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Go.
Tomlinson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, heck, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
He finds his man Johnson. He's going to have the first down past the 20, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That throw by Young incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Young throwing again. Being chased out left. Going to let this thing go deep for Gates. And that'll be incomplete. Gates, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a give, right side. Taylor. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Check three, check three, check three. Check, check. Fair. Check 13, check 13. Let's go.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 17 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now it's Tomlinson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready? 60 or.
Young off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the handoff, Tomlinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 22. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've got their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get point.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens.
This is caught inside the 15. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
He's checking. Crash.
Young now. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to sling this deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Young. That one complete to Bettis. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
53, Mike. Here we go.
To throw, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Young to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Bradshaw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Looking to throw, Young. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready?
Now a give, right side. Taylor. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home.